This is Neil Robinson, and this video is to show everyone, parents and players, how we intend to attack and sustain pressure in the offensive zone this year. If you can see here, we are set up in a 1-2-2. So F1 is the forward attacking player. F2 and F3 have to be a little bit patient, and the D both have to join the rush and sustain pressure for the long term. Okay, if we have carried the puck over the blue line and dumped it in, or we're in a struggle and a battle down here, I'm going to show you how we hope to set up. Ideally, what we're going to do is F1 will be relentless, and he will make that D-man make a decision. So taking away the middle of the ice and then pushing, if I can get it there, this way, and forcing this player to go into a corner. And that can be either way. It doesn't matter in this situation. But here we have the puck, and so he's going to put pressure on that D-man as the D-man goes to the corner to retrieve that puck and go into a battle. At the same time, F2 and F3 work in tandem. So they both enter the zone as a team, as a unit, and they're reading and reacting. If the D, who's trying to outlet that puck, is trying to get the puck, as most do 90% of the time, up the strong side, up the boards here, and you can see the X's, the defensive players, are set up in what's pretty typical. So he's trying to go up to his winger or maybe up to his centerman. F2 is going to be relentless, and he is going to cause this turnover right here, and our 1-2-2 quickly becomes a 2-1-2. So we have two attacking and one guy high. The guy high should read this situation and come to the strong side of the puck and be directly vertically above it. Okay, what he's looking for is any type of turnover, to be aggressively attacking passes that the defensive team are making, or more importantly, if our two guys are doing their job, a vertical pass right here. This open seam in this area is where a lot of shots get taken, and F1 and F2 can look to make traffic. So that's the first stage. That's stage one. And it would look the same on both ways, whether or not the D was able to go D to D and try to get the puck out the other side. Then F3 is actually F2, and F2 has to go to the high side over here. It's the same, and it maintains a lot of pressure. Okay, I love this as a way to start out. Where it will break down is if we are in this situation, and this is exactly where we are, and their player is able to get the puck this way. We have two down low in that right-hand corner, and their D gets it this way, and they do a D to D. The aggressive play that I want to see our players do is never to skate backwards and go, oh, we have to play defense now because they're going to break out on us on the weak side. No. This guy, F3, so I'm going to clear the board here for a second and kind of clear some of the lines and move some of the players around. So we are now in this situation where we have F1 here, F2 has been aggressive, and F3 is the high guy above the top of the circle. Our D are all a part of this, so they should be right here inside the line, maybe even a little further. And the reason I like them to play super aggressive on the strong side is because if F3 is there and the D has to go and be helpful against this winger, F3 will reload. And you'll hear me use that term a lot, reload. We still are in a safe structure here. We've got two back, and our three guys are doing their job. At this stage, likely F1 will also reload. So now we now have D1 and F2 attacking, and F1 has reloaded. Okay, so we need 5 guys to play this system, and that's how it's going to work. Okay, however, as I mentioned a minute ago, if their D is able to get the puck this way to a D to D pass, everything changes. And to sustain pressure, we need to have our F3, who's here in this situation, we need him to be super aggressive and attack that puck. You can see now in this situation that we have 3 guys below the hash marks. So I'm going to use that term again, reload. F2 or F1, I don't care which, as long as they communicate and one guy goes, it's usually F2, books it as hard as he can to this situation. So he gets above the puck. D2 will shift. Obviously, he wants to play the puck. And D1 will back him up. Everything shifts. F1 will be there down low, relentless as all anything, getting tons and tons of pressure on that puck. So now this is our new situation, and you can see that it is still a 2-1-2. If we can do this over and over and over, and our boys have the courage to make that hard play that F2 just made and become the high guy, we will sustain pressure on teams for a long time. And it gets them frustrated, it gets them tired, and it invigorates our guys to keep pushing on offense and getting chances. Okay? The creativity piece should come from the guys below the hash marks. Wheeling, cycling, driving the net, getting pucks to the D, going D to D, more shots. That's how we want to generate offense in this team.